Morning. I have a controversial, logical, contemplative question. If God's with everyone and you walk with Him and your body's the temple and He leads you separately from men and the laws of men, but at the same time helping you balance walking along with all others. And church is an artificial, inside out version of to help guide and lead the blind, which is controversial and questionable in the whole. But it's a good foundational place for society, you know. But church created the government. As religion was the first governmental force in the world. So all the governments were created by religion. And that's why, for instance, we have a three-part system, a trinity, that balances our government. And all churches get their money from the government. And the government gets all of their money from taxing all the people and holding all of the people's bodies as place markers to say, okay, well, if each body's worth $1,000, then we have this many bodies. And that's how churches and a lot of institutions get paid based upon how many bodies they can hold. Then the government sends them free money to take care of it, to run their business based upon how many bodies they can hold. And all the money all those bodies, including everybody, an atheist, freaking, it doesn't matter what you are, as long as you're a human being in the system, pay this free money that provides the church. And the church gets a free book created by men in a backwards tale to lead men, well, and women. Men, we're just using that general term. And you're supposed to be with God every day, all the time, but set aside time with God every day. Ultimately, the best time you can set a time with God is without a book, is without a place, and with nobody around. That's the only time you can really know that you're with God. All the rest of this stuff is confusing, and they're tools. Well, so after forsaking and forgoing God in that aspect, to go to church to listen to a man read from the book of men, at the end, the question is, why would you tithe? Why would you give money when they already got your body, your mind, your soul, looking into a book made by men in a house built by the tax dollars of slavery, abroad, collectively and individually for that church? Why would you give them more money? And what most churches do is they leave the country to go help people in other countries instead of taking care of this country right here. So then they take all the money from all the people and then they build a nothing, a hollow body, make it look pretty, get everybody to come in, and then they want your money again. And then they take that money and then they're like, hey, we're not helping this town, people, not unless you're in our gang. We're going to go to some other place And we're going to help them with the money and all the love this community provides, and this country provides. In one way, of course, that sounds good. And another way, that doesn't make a goddamn bit of sense whatsoever. Hello? These are questions each of us have to ask ourselves. Of whether we're putting our energy into the right things. Each of us has to lead